He's a good boy. He stands quiet. Just check your girth, buddy. Oh yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good there. Okay, so I haven't done a ton of arena work with him, but he's really good at about just doing everything. He is one of the most confident horses I've worked with in the charity. He doesn't really ask me for very much. He just does his thing and I point him in the right direction and I just go along for the ride. So he's very good. He doesn't spook all that often. He tends to spook when there's like a tiny critter going under a bush. Sometimes he's like, oh, and he comes right back down like it's nothing. He's um, very well, even toned, even mannered, very good boy. He doesn't get, things don't upset him and then continue to upset him. I'm going to just cut the corner a little bit so I stay a little closer to the camera. And so I've only done walk trot with him. I haven't done canter work with him yet just because he's new and I'm just making sure I usually ask for a nice, strong, solid walk and T-word before we start doing canter work because I want to know that if, in the canter work we have trouble, I can always bring him down to the T-word and make sure we have a nice, solid T-word. So his T-word, he is a little bit upside down. He sticks his head straight up in the air. And so I'm just working on him with that, relaxing his head down. He's relaxed, he's just upside down. So I want him to, stretch down like he does at the walk here, feel relaxed, and start using his back in a different way than there you go, good boy. Nice demonstration. So I would like him to do that in the T-word. So let's see if, and asking him, he's very kind. He doesn't go fast. He doesn't do anything silly. All right, son. Good. So he's already a better boy. His head used to be much higher than this when we used to do this. I'd like a little more forward. And I'm giving him all the free rein possible because I want that stretch forward. I want him to reach forward. So besides just doing a little steering, I'm giving him, super free rein to allow that head to come down. But he also has to go forward to push that head down. There we go. So this is a better pace. I like this better. And now I'm just gonna allow him to sort of figure it out. I'm not gonna force him to do anything besides where I want him to go. But I'm allowing him to drop his head. Now, when he drops his head even a little bit, I'm going to ask him to do the W word as a reward. Okay, sneezing doesn't count. Good. And the more forward I can get him, the more likely that he's going to drop his head because he's got that forward momentum. I'm trying to give him his free rein here. All distracted by the horsey, and that's okay. Again, there's nothing that he's going to do that's wrong. It's just doing stuff he doesn't quite understand. It's also why I'm not going to be impatient that he doesn't drop his head and get mad at him that he doesn't drop his head. I'm just going to be patient and wait for it. Oh, he almost did it. A little bit harder with distractions, like of course over here. Almost getting it. Good. And whoa, walk. So it was very slight. It was like barely an inch of just dropping a little bit, but I'm going to reward that now so that hopefully next time he understands that that's what I want. Good boy, that relaxation of his head. And you could see he's not like he's stressed about it, but it's just upside down and I want it to be the opposite. So I'm going to reward the yes, I'm going to reward what I want, and I'm not going to get mad at him for the things that I don't want. So I'm going to take him at the walk over these little poles and we're going to switch directions. And he's done both steering, split reins, and he does do a little bit of neck reining too. He understands that because being a pony horse, he had to learn that. Good boy. So he does understand neck reining. Good boy. So I just sort of go back and forth. Oops. Depending on what I need. That's all right. Good job. Boy. And he's such a steady Eddie that like I feel really safe with him. I feel really that he's going to take care of me. Even though he doesn't like check in with me very often, I do feel very good with him. We're going to do a little T-word this direction. Oh boy. And we'll see if we can get that head drop a little bit sooner this way, since now he sort of has an idea of what we're asking. And once we can get this a little bit more secure, then I would feel comfortable doing the canter work. I would just do, what I would do first is some groundwork so that he understands what the word canter is, so that it'll help me when I'm on him. So again, a little more forward, because when he starts to slow down, then everything starts to build up. So including his head gets higher. So if I can get him to stretch out, go forward, I have a better chance of him dropping his head. Like this is a good pace. Like this. So this, I have a better chance of him relaxing his head down when he's not distracted. Boy. A little. Distraction central. Now he dropped it, but he slowed down. So I don't want that. I want him forward and relaxed. There we go, there we go. Good boy, bull walk. So it's just, again, a little bit. So we start with a little bit, and then we'll grow that until it gets more and more lower like he is at the walk. And again, it's not something I want to force, because forcing it means he doesn't understand why we're doing it. This way, he understands that I want him to relax, drop, and that makes more sense than just this is forcing and this is what I'm making you do. So that's really what we do in here. Otherwise, we go out and play. Are you going to jump that? I don't think so. Are you playing hide and seek? Can't see me. Hidden. All right, good boy. You did a good job. Let's make it easy. Whee! Okay, good boy, Allie.